I'm ready. Are you
Good.
ready?
I am ready. Let's do another show. It's a two-show day for us, everybody.
Bands you've heard of.
To my left, and God knows how it comes out online, is your host and showrunner, Mr. J.R. Stoffel.
And to my left, at least as we record, who knows what I'm actually pointing at in the end result
You're pointing right at me right now, so
is my bandmate, my friend, and my co-host, Gary Hawthorne, everybody.
and welcome to Bands You've Never Heard of.
Hey, look, we just
We're
did a
gonna jump
whole
right into it.
different intro to the show. I love
I
it
know, yeah,
because
that works.
I get bored saying hello and welcome every single time. So cool. Well, let's jump in because I am super excited to reveal this week's band for you. Do you remember that episode we did a little bit ago called about a band called Uncle Ben's Remedy?
You dang Skippy, how could I forget Uncle Ben's Remedy?
Couple
They
things
were
about
a
that.
hoot.
They were, that is the right way to put it. They were a hoot. So this great band that's kind of country adjacent, but really just, balls to the wall rock and roll, with the right attitude and short shorts and Crocs. And the interview was every bit as chaotic as I predicted it was going to be based on what I had seen and heard of them in their videos and their music and their Instagram and their
Although they, they
TikTok.
they weren't quite as drunk as I expected.
Right. You were like, "What is this band doing out available for a podcast on Friday night?" And I was like,
Friday
"They're
night.
recording." And then it turns out, no, they're not recording. They finished that. Now they're out drinking and partying and seeing bands play. And we got them on the floor in the back of a record store,
Right.
and until they got kicked out, and then we were on the streets of what was that, Buffalo? I guess I don't know.
Yeah, I
That's
reckon.
about
Yeah,
where
in
they're from.
Buffalo. Yeah.
So it was awesome. And as we were sort of losing connection with them because they were having phone issues, they were trying to tell me about this other, I wasn't clear at the time, podcast, band, show, something that they had connected with.
Oh, right. Yeah. Shit.
And I thought I heard them say the name of it, but I wasn't quite sure. So I kept trying to be like, is this the name that I heard? I want to write it down. But I could never quite get them to hear me anymore because their phone was giving them trouble. Do you remember the name of that?
Oh, it's right on the tip of my tongue, but my tongue is very tired right now. So,
They were
um,
trying to tell me about the beard and the bird.
Beard and the Bird. That's it.
The
Yes.
beard and the
Are we
bird.
talking to the Beard and the Bird today?
That's exactly right.
Oh,
I've
sweet.
I've been communicating with the beard, and I assume he's bringing along the bird as well. And that is this week's band you've never heard of, The Beard and the Bird. And we should jump in and learn all we can about this amazing band. So let me start sharing my screen.
So
There
this
you
is
go.
a band and a production company,
That's
or
we'll get into what they do separately on YouTube. They have a show on YouTube called Traveling Through Live, where they record bands. It's the same microphone in every recording, and it seems to be done locally wherever that band is, uh,
Mhm.
and recorded in public places, in bars, like not performances for an audience, but really just a recording for this video series that they do. They don't do any
Interesting.
kind of interviews or anything. It's really just two or three songs by an artist, and it's fantastic. And Uncle Ben's Remedy was one of the artists featured on Traveling Through Live.
Oh,
And so you get to see Ben and the female that sometimes joins Uncle Ben's Remedy. If you listen to that episode, you know what I'm talking about. Playing songs acoustic. He's sitting on a bar, feet on the bar stool kind of thing, and just playing and singing his heart out. And it's so intimate and lovely. And this mic he's using sounds fantastic. We're going to hear some of that later. It's just great that they do that. And I'm hoping we get a chance to talk to him later about some of these bands and maybe get some recommendations for some bands that he thinks might be right for our show. I've found at least one already just looking through those videos. So, but first, we need to talk about the beard and the bird.
yes.
And we've got five songs That's it. That's all they've put out on Spotify. They've got more on their YouTube, which let me pull that up here.
I do have a question from
Uh-huh.
the very first.
Okay.
Ace of Spades.
Oh, thank you for asking about that.
Is that Ace of Spades?
Well,
Or is it Ace of Spades?
let's just start.
Can we just hear it?
Let's just start
spin it.
there. We might not play the entire thing for fear of Lemmy Kilmeister's ghost coming back and giving us a copyright strike on YouTube. But
Well, yeah.
I'm going to play it for Gary.
Lemmy's really good about that, you know.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what he cares about in his afterlife.
Absolutely.
See, this is the Beard and the Bird with their version of Ace of Spades.
It's all a game to me. Well, the pleasure is to play. Makes no difference what you say. I don't share your greed. The only card I need is the Ace of Spades. The Ace of Spades.
There you go. That's their version of Ace of Spades.
That was fucking awesome.
It is fucking awesome. Yes, it is amazing. And I feel like from what I've read, they have a bunch more songs that they have done up like that. And they come from musical styles and backgrounds that don't make themselves obvious from their original stuff. So we're going to get into that stuff. Yeah, that was, I was going to play you that snippet, whether I didn't think it was going to go first. There it is.
Oh, good. So I got to throw you for a loop.
That's right.
Yeah, there we go.
They do have a video for that as well. It's the same song. You get to see them performing it. We're going to watch some videos. In fact, most of their songs are available for us on YouTube with official music videos and such. So,
oh, sweet.
Yeah, we really get to experience the Beard and the Bird. But before we do that, now that you've heard a little bit about them, let's read their bio. Performed in their jaunty signature blend of rockabilly and western swing, the Beard and the Bird serve up a lilting melody, insightful lyrics, and a playful, upbeat tempo with an old-timey flair. Jon plays guitar and lap steel, and Cat slaps her stand-up bass. They both take turns singing. All their songs are flavored with a range of influences from Django Reinhardt and gypsy jazz to the modern sounds of Pokey Lafarge.
Yeah, Pokey.
Pokey.
Pokey
Lafarge.
Everybody knows Pokey Lafarge. That might be one we want to look at.
I've heard that
That's a band I've never heard of.
I've heard that name before, but I have no idea who that is.
I have not heard that name before.
All right, let's go do some research for the show right here. You don't have to type the entire thing in. Spotify immediately knows when you type Pokey, you want Pokey Lafarge. He's way too big.
Pokey.
He's way too big
my
for
goodness.
this show. Millions of plays of his song.
Wow.
I
still want to find out about him, but so I'll just do that on my own.
I'll be listening to that later. Yeah, for sure. For now, though, we need to hear some original Beard and the Bird, and I think I want to start with going through their videos here.
Oh, come on. No. Oh, oh, come on. You know the one I want to hear.
I don't. There's good choices on.
It was on the other
right
page. It was on the other page.
On the other page. So we'll go back to this one here. We go to their homepage. Which one do you want to hear? Sweet Child of Mine?
No,
I mean, I want to hear some originals now.
I know, but now it's moved. No,
let's move. The Star Wars.
Yeah, the Star Wars.
Star Wars goes Western swing melody.
Yes.
All right, fine. You're in charge of this show, apparently, because I was going to play you that, but I wasn't going to start with it. So we're going to get to some original Beard and the Bird songs shortly, but here's them playing some Star Wars tunes. Was it everything you hoped it would be?
Yes, it was
Yeah.
awesome.
Uh,
The first part was kind of had me going, what?
I think that was
But
like
then when they
the
kicked
really
in,
the somber stuff that like is playing when Luke discovers that his aunt and uncle have been killed,
right?
and at the
Yeah.
end of A New
But
Hope, like
once they kicked into the Cantina
the
band, I
cantina.
was like, it was all done. That was phenomenal. Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm in love with the sound of this band. You've heard me say it before about other bands. This one might be even more on the money, but this band really reminds me of the Asylum Street Spankers, my favorite band that most
I
people
was
have
going to
never
say,
heard of.
yeah, there was a lot of spankers in that.
Yes, and I plan to ask them about that. I have a feeling these guys have heard of those guys, so for sure. But all right, we've got to play some originals here, and
Yes, yes.
we've got some to choose from, and am I giving you it? You've already chosen the first two, so I'm going to choose
Okay.
the next one.
It's your turn.
It's my turn, and this song is called "Dust If You Must" by the Beard and the Bird.
That was going to be my next one anyway,
good.
so that's fine.
And this is a live recording, not the Spotify track. This is a live recording of them playing "Dust If You Must" by the Beard and the Bird.
1, 2, 3. With dust if you must, but wouldn't it be better to paint a picture or write a letter? Make a cake or plant a seed. Under the difference between want and need, with dust if you must. But the world's out there with the sun in your eyes and the wind in your hair. A flutter of snow, a shower of rain. This day will not come round again. Well, dust if you must, but bear in mind, old age will come, and it's not always kind. When you go, and go you must, you yourself will make more dust. So dust if you must, wouldn't it be better? Dust if you must, but wouldn't it be better?
I just love that song.
That was beautiful, man.
Isn't it?
It's just, it's just freaking beautiful. I mean, his voice is perfect.
Oh, I love
It's
his
a perfect
voice.
register for it. He is wicked on the guitar, and she is super wicked on the upright bass.
I am
mean,
a sucker for some slap bass, and
oh my
she's
God,
so good at it.
It's just, ooh, I know which one I want to hear next.
Before that, I just want to talk about the sentiment conveyed in that song, "Dust If You Must." I don't know if you picked up on it, if you were able to tune in to what he's trying to communicate in the lyrics of that song, Gary. Did you were you able to pick that up from it?
Little bit. Not possibly not as much as you, because I was too enraptured by the harmonic.
I've heard this song 100 times now, and it is a way to live a life, in my opinion, because you could spend your time dusting furniture and cleaning windows and sweeping the floor, or you could pursue much more creative, rewarding endeavors in life, like writing a letter or writing a song, or doing something that fuels you, that makes you feel things. That is, you could do that, or you could go clean something.
That was kind of what I was a little more metaphorical.
Oh yeah, I'm just literally interpreting what he's saying, but I think it resonates with me because I do not dust.
You've been there.
I do not clean anything that I don't have to clean to live my life. I would much rather spend my time pursuing the things that give me joy, and
yeah.
And I think that's a message that everybody needs to hear. So, and it's delivered so happily.
Oh, I know. I mean, like I said, his voice is just like it's like butter. I mean, it's just so. I mean, that was actually a heavy song. I mean, it was not a. I mean, but it was done on a lilt. And you like we used to say back in the day, you smuggle the serious topics in on the nice little poppy melody.
Yeah.
As long as you got that poppy melody, you can talk about anything. And that's it exactly.
Is the next song you want to hear called "Take the 219"?
How'd you figure that out?
Because that's a road.
Damn, you're good.
That's a road that goes from upstate New York right down here to Virginia. And this is literally about that road. And there's 2 videos for it. I thought I was going to play this video for it. But this video is literally just a camera in the dash of a car with the lyrics on the screen, driving on presumably Route 219. The other one features the band playing the song at various stages along 219.
And then there's one, there's actually 3.
And there's a live version as well. You get to choose, Gary. Which one do you want to experience?
The one to that one.
Yeah,
I want that
good.
one.
That was the one I hoped you would say. This is "Take the 219" by the Beard and the Bird.
If you need to get away from the stress and the worries of your life, if every day it feels like you're dancing on the edge of a knife, if that concrete jungle bogey is driving you insane, there's a paradise just over there, 2 lane. Take the 219, prettiest thing you ever saw, where the air is pristine, there's 80 shades of green. Come on, baby, take the 219. If Monday morning feels like you're deeper in the muck, if Tuesday afternoon it's getting hard to give a damn, when hump day comes around, you're the one that's getting humped. That car, it's not that far to get you out of that sun. Take the 219, prettiest thing you ever saw, where the air is pristine, there's 80 shades of green. Come on, baby, take the 219. Let's go. Heaven knows you got no nose left for the grindstone. That candle you've been burning's all out of wax. Even better, there's no cheddar left for the rat race. Kick those tires like fires, put the pedal to the max. Get enchanted by the hills down to the valley of the Zor. There's fire in those waterfalls, who could ask for more? Black diamonds are a girl's best friend. Live that large life, sun or snow. Whatever reason, month or season, now's the time to go. Take the 219, prettiest thing you ever saw, where the air is pristine, there's 80 shades of green. Come on, baby, take the 219.
go. Take the 219, Gary, by the Beard and the Bird. Your thoughts, sir?
So wonderful. Where are they from?
Where are they from? Interesting question. They are from two different places, California and upstate New York. They split their time traveling back and forth between those two locales. But I think they're originally from California.
Because during the first one, I was like, okay. But during that song, all I could think of was how well they would go over at Rapunzel's.
Oh my gosh, they would. Oh, this is not their website.
The Bard and the Bird.
Yeah, that's not them. That's not their website.
The Bird and the Bird. St. Patrick's Day season. Hey. But how well would they go over at Rapunzel's? I mean, holy fuck.
Oh no, this is the perfect band for Rapunzel's.
Yeah. I mean, and I'm going to tell them when we see them that they should come, come south. Come south.
They should, I don't know. They
young
could maybe,
man and young
They could
woman.
maybe take the 219 down to.
They could take the 219 down to 29. They got to take the 219 to the 29 because Rapunzel's is right on the 29. But, you ain't going to get there from San Diego.
No, they play a lot here in Southern California.
Yeah, it ain't going to get there from San Diego. Well, I mean, look, that's a crazy-ass tour right there.
Yeah.
We're in San Diego. We're in Ramona, San Diego. Ellicottville in New York. Ramona, San Diego, San Diego.
Yeah, like I said,
they need to hit Nelson fucking County, Virginia, by God. That's where they belong. I mean, holy crap, would they do so well at Rapunzel's?
Yeah.
I mean, I've been trying to get us in there. How long have I been trying to get us in there? 6 years. And we're just a little too much.
Yeah.
For them. I'm just trying to get them to get up to that point. But damn, these guys would be so perfect. I've got the perfect opening band for them, which is an older couple doing the exact same thing, except they don't play any originals. They play old 20s music with guitar and stand-up bass, and that they learned in real time in the 20s. No, they're like 70, close to 80 years old. So they learned it, they learned their stuff in real time. But they would be the perfect opening band. I could book this show tomorrow. And we're going to talk to them about that, because they would kill. That's all I could think. That was all I could think of was like, oh my God, they are meant for Rapunzel.
So I said they'd spend their time going back and forth. They really do, as you can see from their tour dates on the screen. And I think they have a song about it. And
they're not giving New York that much love right now.
Not at the moment, but I have a feeling they go there on the regular. And the song I'm going to play doesn't look like we have it as a video, so we're going to go back to Spotify for the song Thankful by the Beard and the Bird.
I'm thankful for a lot, I've got a good life. Ever since I asked you to be my wife, well, I don't mean to brag, but I might have to boast. Thankful for this life coast to coast. Ever since you walked into that room, I was trying to figure out how to be a groom. I Pushed you out your comfort zone, but you pushed right on back. Humor and charisma ain't a single thing you lack. Well, hand in hand, arm in arm, 27 hats to match that endless charm. From Anchor Bar to Northern Star, you're the one for me. Can't wait to watch the curls turn gray. And happily, I'm thankful for a lot, I've got a good life. Ever since I asked you to be my wife. Well, I don't mean to brag, but I might have to boast. Thankful for this life coast to coast. Wasn't what I had planned at all. This wildlife, a back and forth just to see the leaves in the fall, or wake up in the morning to see that sun greet your face. We're painting walls, these startup calls, we're fixing up the place. I'm thankful for a lot, I've got a good life. Ever since I asked you to be my wife. Well, I don't mean to brag, but I might have to boast. I'm thankful for this life coast to coast.
Thought we'd end up here singing our own song. I'm thankful for a lot, I've got a good life. Ever since you asked me to be your wife. Well, I don't mean to brag, but I might have to boast. Thankful for this life coast to coast.
I'm thankful for this life coast to coast. I'm thankful for this life coast to coast.
Thankful for this life coast to coast.
That was beautiful.
California, New York.
That was beautiful.
It's so nice, right? And I think that's very true autobiographical. He hints in that song about how he helped her out of her comfort zone. I read somewhere that Cat, the bass player, had horrible stage fright, like very shy, did not like to be up and be in the limelight in any way, shape, or form. But somehow he got her to, and now clearly she's in her element. At least it appears so.
Yeah. It seems like she is, if not overcome it, has learned to deal with it somewhat.
Yeah.
I just on the way back from Maryland today, I got a podcast about the White Stripes and about Meg White and everything, and it's like it gave me a whole new perspective into them, and I think a similar perspective into these guys. That it is tough. I mean, if you have anxiety, and if you're not, at all wanting to be the center of attention, it is difficult. That's a completely foreign concept to me.
Yeah.
But it is, it happens to a lot of people who are musicians or actors or, for God's sakes, public speakers, even, that can't, they have to overcome an amazingly difficult thing to just do, to be able to do their job.
Yeah.
Just to be able to do what they do. And I mean, I give her double kudos for that, and him double kudos for helping her through it, because it is not, it's not a joke. It's not funny. It's not to be passed off as just, oh yeah, whatever. It is extremely serious, and anyone who butts their head up against it and comes out on top, oh my God, they're so much. I mean, they're my heroes. I just fall right into it. I mean, I'm just granted, when I'm off stage, I can easily fold into a corner and with no problem. But when I'm on stage, I live to be in front of people,
Yeah.
and it's I make no excuses nor no
You make no bones about it, buddy.
I make no bones about it.
I wonder how nervous she was in this next video. Oh, and we're about to accomplish a rare feat on this show. We're going to play all of this band's existing catalog on Spotify. They have 5 songs out, and we're going to hear the
And
5th
we're
song.
3 songs into it.
That's
so.
right. Well, 3 originals, 4. We're going to hear their 4th original, and then they, of course, have Ace of Spades, which we didn't play all of, but that's okay.
That's okay.
But she seems to be the star of this next video.
Sweet.
They've got 2 videos out for a lot of their songs, including this one. They have an official handwritten lyric video, but we're going to watch the official.
I want to hear I want the one where they're playing at.
Yeah, and I think they're more acting in this one. I don't know. I have watched it, but it's been a little while. This is called My Dearest Eloise by the Beard and the Bird.
My dearest Eloise, don't you know my love is true? More than a passing fancy, feeling oh so antsy, being so far from you. My dearest Eloise, oh the stories you could tell, storms that you have weathered, people you have tethered, hope the years treated you well. My dearest Eloise, don't you know I love you so? Every time that we're together, I pray it lasts forever. Je suis amoureux. My dearest Eloise, your vintage angry vine, secrets, truths, and love, sure as birds fly up above, our love will stand the test of time. Sunshine, rain and snow, we'd find each other in the end. My dearest Eloise, don't you know my love is true? You're more than a passing fancy, feeling oh so antsy, being so far from you. Oh, more than a passing fancy, feeling oh so antsy, so I'm coming home to you.
If you weren't happy before listening to The Beard and the Bird, you should be now. Like, hopefully we have fixed that problem for you.
It was so cute.
I hope that they actually live in that house. Like, that is the perfect house for them.
I'm in a whole new space now.
I'm so glad.
That was adorable.
Yeah. So we could keep they do have plenty more songs available on their YouTube channel. Most of them are covers. According to their website, they've got a new CD on the way. Here is their website. And by the way, get ready, Gary, because in the end credits, you're going to have to say this website, and it's going to be quite the mouthful. It's the-bird-the-square.site.
Hang on.
You want me to
beard.
The Beard and the Bird with a dash between every word, .square.site. Yeah, that's the way to say it.
Oh, I need to hook them up with a new website.
Yeah.
with the bird and the
And don't
Django.
accidentally do what I did and go to the Bard and the Bird. Totally different band.
Yeah, they need a new fucking website, big time.
That's the only criticism I can find.
Dot
These guys.
site. Dot site.
.square.site, SITE. Yeah. I mean, other than that, it's a great website, right? You can go listen to their songs. You can see their tour dates coming up. It takes you to their Bands in Town site. They have a gallery. So
Yeah, they needed a website. I don't care.
Cool pictures. Yeah.
It doesn't. They could have the best website in the whole fucking universe, but with that URL, no, that ain't going. That don't work. I mean, I would hate trying to. I mean, actually, it would be real easy to keep track of that website because it would be like one motherfucker found it this month.
So here is their YouTube series. We're not going to play any of these unless you really want me to, Gary, but we've got a few minutes left before we will be joined live by the Beard and the Bird.
Oh,
but this is a nice series and a pretty good selection of a bunch of musicians from around the country, all recorded.
From the YouTube series.
Yeah, this is the YouTube series, Traveling Through Live. And somewhere,
I see a bunch of potential binos in here.
So don't look too closely at these bands because they might be future feature.
Back up. I want Jess Waters. I want to hear Jess Waters.
Jess Waters, Yaletown Waterfront in Vancouver, British Columbia.
Yeah, I want to hear Jeff Waters.
This will be how we transition from this.
This is our transition. I'm going to go have a break.
Cool. So we'll be back here in just a few minutes with the Beard and the Bird. For now, though, enjoy the beautiful melodies of Jess Waters. You're listening to bands you've never heard of. We'll be right back with The Beard and the Bird. Hey, look,
Holy
Gary.
crap, you guys are on time. Actually, early.
Hey, look, Gary, it's The Beard and the Bird.
Both of them. We were hoping that both of you would show up.
And it's
you're on two screens, even though you're on one screen.
Yeah, I'm hiding the non-video version. They've got us up on their screen separately. So, and so we don't refer to you as the Beard and the Bird the whole time. It's Jon and Cat. Do I have the names right?
Perfect.
Batting 100 so far.
Yeah.
Great show.
I'm Jon and he's Cat.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's a first. That's really good.
I'm good with that.
I love this. Did you say we're batting 100, so we're hitting 10% of that's what we're doing so
Yeah.
far?
We're really good at sports too.
Love it.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know how familiar you are.
That's getting us prepared for what we're about to experience here, I think.
I don't know how familiar you are with our little show, but what we've been doing for the last hour is I've been introducing Gary to your songs. So I do all the research, I find the bands, and then I present them to him. He's never heard of you before. And so he has been living with your music for an hour. I've been living with your music ever since we interviewed Uncle Ben's Remedy a few weeks ago, and they mentioned you guys.
That was a great interview. I love that.
She's well studied.
Sweet. That was probably one of the most fun episodes we've recorded yet, because it was so chaotic with them in the interview in the back of the record store and all of that.
Perfectly representative of the band. Yeah, exactly.
Good. I got that impression from their videos, and I was so glad that they lived up to that.
They did, yes.
Although
they weren't as drunk as we thought they would be. I was way drunker than they were, which was, that's not as good. So.
How did you guys meet up with Uncle Ben's Remedy?
So our very first show with them, we opened for them at a festival out in Western New York. And we had no idea. Everyone was like, "Oh, you got an Uncle Ben's show," and we're like, "Yeah, cool." Okay, And then, I remember like within the first 10 minutes, I was like, "Oh my gosh, what are we in for?"
He had to convince me because I'm kind of a homebody. I was done playing. I was like, "All right, I'm gonna go put my pajamas on." He's like, "You need to wait."
I was like, "Just wait for a song or two."
And I was mesmerized. They have the most energy and like on stage presence out of any band I've ever seen.
For some backstory, Kat. There's a very short list of bands that she'll stay up past sundown for.
My own included.
Yeah. So we're barely at the bottom of that list. So when she found this band and she didn't want to leave, I was like, oh, this is new.
Yeah, in a crowd of people on purpose.
And now, I mean, how many years have we known them now? 3 years?
Yeah, about
3 years. To this day, if we're out in New York. It's about the only band it'll be like a Wednesday and we'll be done with work. I'm like, "Hey, you want to go out?" She's like, "Heck no." I'm like, "But Uncle Ben's playing like an hour away." She's like, "Let's go," which is a big deal. So.
That band, their fans are more active than any band we have featured on this show so far. I'm getting comments on the video. More people are watching that episode and telling me things like, "Dude, you got to come up here to see this one show at Dunkirk on the pier. I'll buy you a T-shirt."
Yeah. They jump in the water at the end of that one.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that sounds awesome.
They're pure insanity, and we're so lucky that they've adopted us.
Yeah, we love opening for them.
Well, you're in good company, and they told us about you mainly because they thought that your Traveling Through Live YouTube series had some similarities to what we're doing with this show, and finding bands that, in our case, most people haven't heard of, and we're just trying to have that experience where I get to tell my friend about bands that I found first.
I love it,
and
flex a little bit. That's cool.
Yeah. So
then I pick them apart piece by piece.
And I'm very intimidated. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm delusionally confident, so I usually have an answer, but then I use all the information. So I'm excited.
I've never picked anybody apart because he is so fucking good at what he does. So
I will say he did pick apart the URL for your website.
Yes, you need a new website. Not that I make websites for bands, But
The
holy fuck, really?
thebeardandthebird.com?
The
Or-
dash beard
The
dash and
What
dash.
have you done,
the-
John?
We're going to find out right now.
.square.com. I mean, come on,
I've never
folks. Come
done
on.
that. I think maybe we have a bunch of redirects or something because that would drive me crazy.
We have a redirect for the main part of the site.
Yeah.
So I got to your website from your link tree, which is on your YouTube, and then it's like there's a thing that said our website. And
Yeah. So basically, that all comes through Square because we're setting up our merch, and they have free hosting if you do your transactions and stuff through them. So I will have to find a way to mask that URL.
Yes.
I don't think I've seen this.
You
site
need a
before.
Bit.ly or something. I mean, because
we can definitely do
that's
that.
like, I mean, I'm sorry, but
No,
that's
that's
what
good to
this is
know.
what I do for a part of my revenue is tell people what to do with their websites. So
we need it. I love it.
Absolutely.
Are you taking notes yet?
I got it all.
I guess
right
we can watch it back,
I
too.
mean, I used to do
Yeah, you
quality
can.
control on
Yeah.
emails or on websites.
that's it. That's the entire bit
that
of
was
his
my- yeah.
criticism.
Okay.
Of
Thank
the-
y'all for hanging out with us. We appreciate it.
We just had an interview before this episode where there was some dark times discussed,
It's very dark.
and Gary's had his share of dark times, and it was almost triggering for him. And I was so positive that listening to your music and talking to you was going to fix that. I wasn't worried, and that's
awesome.
what we experienced. I played him all four of your original songs and a little bit of Ace of Spades and a little bit of your Star Wars trilogy thing.
That's awesome.
Because I demanded it.
Yeah.
Yes, as you should.
May the force be with you.
And Gary's in a much happier mood. So I'm going to start with my first
Yeah.
question is, are you guys really this happy? Like, it just seems impossible for
You're pulling
two
it off,
people.
babe.
Yeah,
No.
it's
For two people-
an elaborate ruse.
The image you're putting out there is the idyllic musician life of traveling, recording, playing, enjoying each other's company. I presume with your life partner, right? Like, this seems like, is it as good as it appears? That's what I want to know.
You go for it.
So I was just going to say, I think we do show a little bit of real life on social media. We were on a podcast last week, and we were just kind of joking about how I can do anything for a while as long as I can go home and cry in the dark after, So it's like,
Yeah.
it's like recharge my batteries in my cry closet. But
I think it is as good as it looks, but it's definitely, cutting out the struggles for sure.
Yeah.
And especially so like a little bit of our background, like I'm a lifelong musician, worked on lots of stuff. This is the life that I've chosen. And I was like, I came home with a bass one time and I was like, here, this is your new instrument.
here, you're going to learn this.
Yeah. From a background story, we met at a music store when we were both much younger. So I knew she had like, a pull towards music, which is functional if you marry a musician, but it was never really her like life goal to go on tour and do this stuff. So there's a lot for us to navigate, meeting in the middle with things and figuring out like her requirements for shows and for, hey, we have too many shows next weekend. I get to just, veg out and stay home. And so that kind of thing. And we're flying by the seat of our pants. It's like, this is our third year?
Third or fourth.
We're kind of going on our fourth year of doing this and figuring out what it is for us. So the high times are the best, being able to travel and share, but it's also a struggle. And maybe we should write more songs about that stuff, just so that there's balance.
Yeah, we have all these lovey-dovey songs, but we like the songwriting process itself. We've gotten a lot better, but like we got in an argument about like one word, and it's like, I needed the word, you guys. Like I couldn't change it or whatever. So we get in this whole like, pseudo marital dispute about grammar.
That's actually kind of that's the difficult part.
A lot of marital disputes do happen over grammar, regardless of
as they should. Grammar's important.
But
I'm chaos.
So y'all are bi-coastal. So I take it that one of you is New York and one of you is California, or is that
both of us actually?
Yeah, both born and raised in Ramona and San Diego.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But we're equally.
So where does New York come in? Where?
We kind of lost our minds a little bit more than usual during quarantine, and we used to go to suffer all the time, and we couldn't get into Canada anymore. We kind of needed a getaway, so we were looking at an area that's like, like Canada. They have Tim Hortons. And
just across the border,
everything.
but we could actually get there.
Yeah.
And kind of we went crazy and just kind of picked a new place in 2021, and we went there for the first time and totally fell in love.
Yeah.
And then we've been going back.
Huge music scene.
Yeah, it's hilarious because
random.
Like,
no one
football.
Buffalo's not on anyone's like hit list usually.
No.
Random.
Yeah.
I love
so
that.
lucky.
That's
So lucky.
I mean, was it a coin flip or just you pulled out an old Marlboro Atlas from the 90s and go, hey, this is it. This is where we're going.
It was a combination of stuff. So like we were doing the whole stuck at home daydream of vacations and places to go during COVID, and we got stuck doing the Zillow scrolling that everyone was doing. And so we basically said, well, this is the time that maybe we could do something cool and either get an investment property, Airbnb or something. And her prerequisite is that it has to be a haunted house or look haunted. And so we really didn't even pick Buffalo. We just picked
the house.
We picked anywhere in the Northeast. We were looking at places all over, and we found this beautiful house. We made an offer on it. We had never been out there before.
Yeah.
And we ended up doing the final walkthrough on this beautiful by California standards, really cheap house.
Yeah.
On virtual reality goggles.
Is that a leak?
Wow.
So,
but you could see the ghosts on the VRs, right?
I couldn't see any. I just had to have faith.
Yeah.
Okay.
But our very first trip out there was actually to pick up the keys for the house. So the whole, which is actually leads into one of our songs. So My Dearest Eloise is written.
Yeah, we listened to that one. Yeah.
So that song is written for the house. Cat named the house Eloise. So it's a love song.
Graham, it started off as like posts, like love-hate poems to this house as we're like working on things and you know, painting and falling downstairs.
So all the lyrics all have to do with this bi-coastal love story. And it's funny, we keep having this theme of like writing love songs for non-people.
Yeah,
like
either a person or a season or whatever.
Yeah.
You answered several of my follow-up questions. We watched the video.
It's been great. Have a good day.
Thank you.
We watched the video for that song, and I was like, Gary, I hope they live in that house because it looks like the house they should live in.
High five. It looks like the house.
Well,
Seriously, it's perfect. That's
so pretty.
that's
Love
fantastic. And I was also going to ask, who is Eloise? Because I could tell that you guys were in love, but like, who's Eloise? This has got to be weird, but that's makes way more sense that it's the house. Your song "Dust If You Must" speaks to me in every way. Like this is. I don't clean anything that doesn't need to be cleaned, so that I can spend my time following all of the pursuits that I follow. I'm musical theater. I play disc golf. I play drums in a band with Gary. I record this.
Love it.
I do not want to spend 1 second on housework. But you guys have a house that I assume requires some housework. How do you manage that? That whole idea of dust if you must.
He married someone who has a little bit of OCD, so he doesn't have that.
I try my best to keep up.
Yeah, that song initially felt like a personal attack to me because I must dust, So he had to talk me into playing on that one because it feels disingenuous.
It was one of my favorite poems growing up, so I had to. We booked a recording session. You might have seen the video with a couple great musicians. Tyler Westcott is one of the first musicians we met in Buffalo, and he brought this great clarinet player. And they have a beautiful studio out there owned by the Goo Goo Dolls. Oh. And it's actually where UBR is recording their album right now. And it's one of my favorite rooms, and it's really reasonable. So we just booked like 3 hours with no music to record. We hadn't really written any songs yet. And so like the night before, I'm like writing music to this poem so that we had something to record the next day.
Who wrote it?
Rose Milligan is the poet. And so that was kind of the start of everything. And then after that was recorded, I was like, oh, this song's perfect for this new thing that we're doing. Because at the time we were just doing cover songs and kind of having fun playing, Christmas music.
Yeah, I played like one Christmas show a year for like 4 years.
Yeah.
And then he came home one day and he was like, okay, babe, don't kill me, but I signed us up for an Earth Day festival. And I was like, can't play Jingle Bells at an Earth Day festival.
Yeah, you can. Why not?
I should have.
That's anarchy, right?
Yes.
I mean, you guys got a little bit of anarchy in you. I mean, you know.
That's true.
We both grew up in the punk scene out in San Diego. So it's kind of, I'm glad that comes through a little bit.
I hinted at that with Gary. I told him they have some musical roots that you might be surprised based on how their music sounds today.
Yeah.
How did you go from punk music to this joyous rockabilly, twangy, fun stuff?
I've learned it's like a logical progression. They call it the punk to rockabilly pipeline.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
sort of following
But it's actually more 20 swing than anything, really.
Like, so we kind of,
it's a tug of war a little, right?
We keep on ramping with like other things and going down another rabbit hole. So for me, I got really into like Django jazz, like the French, you know, and me coming from heavy metal. Django Reinhardt
Django really well, by the way.
That's me. That's a huge honor.
I am not like just licking your butt. You do Django.
Thank you.
As you know, but by not doing Django, you're doing Django.
That's awesome.
Amazingly. So.
Thank you. Yeah, that's like the highest.
He was one of my biggies back.
Same.
When I was doing, you know.
I thought
that was a long time. That was before you were born. So, but yeah, no, I'm serious. I am not.
That's awesome.
Jon and Cat, you guys just got to start talking. Sometimes he
I will roll. I will go. I will, yes.
You know how an old car, when you turn it off and it would keep going. That's what happens with Gary. I've tried to talk to him about it off air, but and now I'm just going to bring it, make it
on air. And
now it's
all
on.
Good. All good. So actually, we're in it right now. We're in a music store. I bought a music store in San Diego. It was one of my first big jobs when I was 21, and so I taught a lot of heavy metal. And that kind of was my background, is punk and heavy metal. And somewhere along the line, either one of the other teachers at the store or someone here showed me some Brad Paisley stuff. And he was playing as fast as Yngwie Malmsteen, but on a clean channel. And that blew my mind because you couldn't hide behind distortion. And I was like, oh, okay. And then, so I grew up we're in kind of like 45 minutes inland from downtown San Diego in kind of a farm area. So I grew up hating country, but when I found out how talented the hybrid chicken pickers and stuff were, and so I kind of did this like simultaneous split out into Django and some of the jazz stuff, and then some of the really crazy shreddy country stuff, and then started finding Western swing, which is basically a mix of jazz and country, and then a little bit of rockabilly. And kind of around that same time, we both fell in love with some artists like Wayne Hancock. Who else? Trying to think of some of the other.
My brain just shut off.
Yeah,
all music.
Think about your
Tiger
rockabilly.
Army
Tiger Army. We both love Tiger Army. That's the punk angle. Yeah, that's actually one of the first bands that you and I commiserated over when I was like 18
and then
or 19.
We danced it at our wedding.
We did, yeah.
Aww.
Tied up with a nice little bow.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then we've never played it again. We should.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's how we on-ramped. We still love punk and metal stuff, but now we just try to play it with acoustic instruments instead.
Yeah, or turn songs that aren't meant to be into it. We do a fast cover of Eleanor Rigby, and I thought my parents were so excited, and my dad's like, "That was an abomination."
Oh no! Oh yeah. You don't. Yeah. To
So that was
older generations. You do not fuck with the Beatles. No.
Dang it, Gary. Wait, we'll send you the version. Maybe you'll love it. Maybe
I'll love it.
I am all in on
this. Beatles fan. So, I mean, I love the cartoon. You know, it's like, and I love the music, but I've never been that kind. So, dang it, and I forgot the question. I was.
All right, it's my turn then.
I
want to know. When you guys play out like a set list for you're going out and playing dates right now, right? How much of that is your original stuff? How much of that is covers? And is that mix changing as you develop more original material? And how are audiences responding? Like, do you get a bigger response from the covers because it's a song people know? Or do you get a bigger response from your originals? I would love to know what that dynamic is like.
That's great. Yeah.
So the ratio is definitely changing as we get more, and we have a handful of songs that are like 99% done, or we're working on them in the studio. So we are playing those live. But in terms of like the response to songs, I don't know, because I stare at Jon the entire time because I'm looking for any cues that anything is about to dramatically change. So I don't look out in the audience very often.
She's the most attentive bass player ever. But a lot of the time I'll look over to her if I make a mistake and she thinks that I'm criticizing her, and she's like, what went wrong? I'm like, no, it's me. So,
just ultimate confidence. Yeah. That's what I'm working with.
No, yeah. we're fine. We're in the stage where we have enough original music that we're doing full original sets now. So we're doing an equal split. So like we do a lot of festivals now, and the festivals are usually 1 hour sets. And so that is usually, I'd say 50 to 60% originals. And then the covers that we do are covers that we are like handpicking either for the event or specifically to honor our friends. We try to do a lot of our friends covers. So we'll do an Uncle Ben song. We'll do a song by one of my favorite artists, Stacey Antonell. Yeah. Just, songs that resonate. Yeah, I know.
You should have Stacey
for sure.
on there. Okay. You're going to love Stacey.
Yeah. So just that's it. Try to help our friends out, share, kind of do what you guys are doing, right? In our own little way, introduce people to new songs that maybe they've never heard before. And if we do a cover, it's something that kind of like our Ace of Spades, put our own spin on it, or what else? Like
Ace
a first song that
was awesome.
Thank you. Did you check out our Sweet Child of Mine?
No, I have.
One of the, you saw that one?
I've listened. That is a. That song is responsible for a paradigm shift in my brain from when I was a kid. Like that was a life-changing song and band when Guns N' Roses came into my life.
And with your dad too, right?
And with my dad as well, yeah. And so the fact that anybody covers that song, I will listen to any and all covers of it. And you guys are it's kind of a postmodern jukebox sort of a take on
100%,
right? Yeah, but somehow better. Because I mean, seriously, I love your version of it, and your voices are so good and good together.
We do need to record that one, I think, putting that one out, because that was the first thing that we put out together in that same studio out in Buffalo, the great fiddler. And we met the fiddler for the very first time at the studio. I was like, "Hey, this is what we're gonna. We heard you great."
Poor Charlie.
Yeah, like, here's there's 3 video cameras up, and we're in a really nice studio. Great to meet you. Let's go.
So many people in Buffalo are asking other people in Buffalo, like, "What's with this Jon guy? Is he insane?
Like, what the hell
why is he so nice?" Yeah. Like, people think he's crazy, and he is, but in a good way.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's we're trying to do the cover thing to a certain degree to help people on ramp, right? I mean, even Postmodern Jukebox, you look at that, and it's insane how big it is, and people are really willing to support unique covers of their favorite songs, and then you can go from there and go other places. So we're hoping that that's one winning strategy, but we're really with the ultimate goal of pushing our music and our friends' music.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's the whole idea of doing covers, and it is to grab people in. It's like, oh, if it takes them half the song to figure out what song that's happening,
we love that.
Yeah.
But then you get them, and now you got them for the next 2 or 3 songs at least.
Exactly.
Because
my favorite is when there's a grown man singing Backstreet Boys, and he's like, he knows every word, but he doesn't know why he knows every word. And then
yes,
answer was a Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
I was going to ask what's the most surprising cover, but is it the Backstreet Boys or is it Ace of Spades or something else?
People go loco over Ace of Spades. But I think the most surprising is probably either like Taylor Swift or Backstreet Boys or Britney Spears. Just, yeah.
Oh, which Taylor Swift song you doing?
Oh, we do Shake It Off. We do like a Frank Sinatra's version of Shake It Off. It's kind of fun. We do I don't know how much you know about rap, but we do a Regulators song by Warren G. That's pretty weird.
Don't know.
Yeah.
we try to do one weird cover in like the old jazz style for everything. Oh, what else do we do? We do
a Sublime song. Oh, that was that medley you did.
Yeah, we do a this is a really fun medley. It's fast as hell. It sounds like Johnny Cash or Motorhead's doing it, but we do REM.
Cash or Motorhead.
So we do Sublime Doing Time into REM into Iron
Ozzy.
Man.
Ozzy.
Oh no, Paranoid. That's right. We do Ozzy Paranoid, and then back into Sublime. I think so. It's just finding songs that have similar chord progressions. You're like, you know what we could do? How blasphemous can we go?
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Gary's pretty good. We like to mash them up a little bit as well.
We've done a couple of those.
I love it.
To varying degrees of.
We have found Miley's
I get it.
not a mashup, but people have responded well to Miley Cyrus's Wrecking Ball when.
Yes.
4 60-plus-year-old dudes are playing.
That's amazing.
I need video of that. That's awesome.
What's the one UPR does?
Well, supposedly there is, but we never got it. The guy was like, "I'm gonna send it to you." Yeah, it didn't.
Isn't that the worst? You're like, I saw you record it. Come on.
Yeah. Oh no, he was all about it. He just was not technologically.
That's the other half of it for sure.
So how do you guys travel back and forth from coast to coast? It seems like driving would be the fun way to do it, but do you have time to drive? And so is it all airplanes at this point?
All planes. We're lucky enough to have Eloise, so we have a base there and a base here, and so that's kind of we fly in, pick up the base, and then run around and play shows. We'd like to make it work so that we could be out longer, because usually it's one week or two. I think 1 week is the longest we've been out. So hopefully, that's coming, but it's a lot of logistics from a work standpoint and life. So we're making that work.
Have you ever thought about coming down to Virginia? Because we have
the
perfect place for you.
I know you guys could take the 219 if you wanted.
Yeah, the 219.
We're talking about doing the 219 down to Roanoke, a whole tour along the 219 in fall. We have our very first show in that we've never been to West Virginia before. We got one in Wheeling in June, and so we're looking for shows around that, leading up to and leading going from. So if you got any ideas,
yes, we do. So we'll talk to you about that. There's a place called Rapunzel's in Nelson County, Virginia, that you guys could not be more perfect for.
It's a used bookstore with a stage and coffee shop
and production and a long history of swing of 20s of retro swing, and you guys would kick ass there. I mean, and we actually have, built into the place is a perfect opening band, which is the exact same couple as you are, plus 40 years.
That's awesome.
And they do the same music, the same type of music.
That's awesome.
And they are amazing.
That's awesome.
It's like it's like a, it's like one of those things that shouldn't exist in real life, but does.
So you guys have alluded to it earlier, but I read that Cat, was it stage fright or just shyness or whatever? And I think you mentioned it in the song "Thankful," right? About pulling Cat out of her comfort zone.
Oh yeah.
What is it? Pull right on back.
Yeah. She pushes right on back. Yeah.
Yeah. Generalized introversion, I would say.
Generalized introversion.
Yeah. So, and it's funny because Jon is always like, nobody believes you. Like nobody understands, because I'll show up like this and I can talk bubbly and I'll tell a story and then I'll just go home and lay in the dark and recharge. So I can hang for a while.
So what are the rules for you to play a gig?
Oh yeah. Reasonable parking, really good snacks.
Yeah, good snacks.
Good parking. That's my rules.
Yes, there's gotta be. He knows to bribe me with like really high quality snacks.
Timing.
Yeah, I can't do 4 hours anymore. Like my hands are like falling off of the ends of my arms by the end of like 3 hours. So
what else?
I like having a drummer because I love having drummers.
Yeah. So we do we're kind of at a crossroads for our band, trying to figure out what we're going to do, because we played an amazing bluegrass festival last year with a fiddler and a mandolin player, and they were super excited to have us back. But the kind of downside with the bluegrass community is like they don't really want you to have drummers.
No.
Yeah.
So we're trying to figure out, like, are we like a chaotic bluegrass band? We could kind of call it swing grass, or are we going more rockabilly, or do we do both? But just trying to figure out what the best way is to approach, new festivals and say, hey, this is our band. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. But she loves playing with the drummer. So the bluegrass thing, you are my drummer when we don't have a drummer.
Right.
The timing's really good.
Yeah. I just always like when there's more musicians to play with. I have more fun because I'm less stressed out about, like, if you do something wrong, but you have a fiddler shredding right next to you, no one noticed if you hit them.
That's the worst thing about bluegrass. And I love bluegrass. We're surrounded by it here in Appalachia, in Virginia, and no drummers. Like, I could really get more into it if there was a drummer. So I'm with you, Kat. Yeah. Yeah.
He's a drummer, by the way.
I know.
and I don't play any other instruments whatsoever. I couldn't even figure it out. So if there's no drummer, I get bored pretty quick. Unless the rest of it is just so good that I don't miss it. And so it's got to be that good. And you guys are perfect examples of that. I mean, some of your stuff has drummers, but not all of it. And I'm digging it.
Yeah, I guess Thankful's the only one that doesn't so far, I think. But
I can't remember. We have so many like songs like that are almost done that have Jon has like every musician in the book, like it's just like, oh, come play on this, come in clarinet, we need fiddler, we need whatever. So
yeah, this upcoming album is insane. It's we're trying to do two, because the fun thing about traveling back and forth is that we have 3 or 4 drummers in San Diego. We've got at least 2 or 3, maybe 4 out in Buffalo. And so we're like, well, we love
Virginia now.
Yeah. We're like, we love playing with all these guys. So we have each one of them doing 1 or 2 songs with us. And we have a slide player out here, a slide player out there. So we're trying to, travel back and forth and catch everyone. So we're going to have 40 people on this album. But
I love it. When's the new CD coming out?
So we're about halfway done.
Yeah, Jon.
We're about halfway done. We're shooting for May. Probably won't be May. It'll probably end up being sometime in June or July as we get closer. But we are going to put out a new single in the next couple of weeks, because the song's called Waiting on May, about a long, cold, lonely winter. And we're running out of time before May. So we kind of named it with a deadline. So it's got to come out in the next couple of weeks.
That's fantastic. Is it done?
I think we've done all the tracking. Now the hard part is, like, we have so many great people shredding on it. How do you figure out what to cut and make it super cohesive? So we're at the final mix stage on it. So probably done this.
I'm just gonna put this offer out there. Feel free to say no, but if you wanted to send it to us to include it in this episode, which will drop in late April.
Okay, that's perfect.
Like the middle of like the 3rd week of April, so that we could play it. And if you can send me that before then, I'll put it, and I'm going to drop it in this episode right here.
Perfect.
Love it.
Waiting on May, so I can get a little sunshine in my life. I'm counting those days till she comes to town. Looks so good in flowers, counting down those hours. Just can't wait for May to come my way. It's been a long, cold, lonely winter, dreaming of the days she kept me warm. Comes round once a year, they'll whisper in her ear, why can't you stay a few months more? I'm waiting on May, so I can warm this ice cold heart of mine. Sky's turning from gray to a deeper shade of blue. Ain't no sweet without the sour, but no more gloom or dour. Ain't no time like now, I'm begging please. little sunshine in my life. I'm counting those days till she cures my frown. When I see that sun is shining, ain't no need for silver linings. I just can't wait for May to come around, at least until autumn comes to town.
So now we're back from listening to that song. It was amazing. Thank you so much for that incredible song.
Holy crap.
You heard it here first, everybody, before the month of May. And if for some reason you don't send it to me, all that'll get cut out of the show. It's
No, you should leave
that's our
it.
accountability. I like
We're
it.
going to leave it regardless.
Make it
Okay.
really awkward.
I can't count how many times I've said on the show, I'm going to cut that out of the show. And that's absolutely is my favorite part of the show.
Hands down.
I can't cut it. I have trouble
We
cutting
don't.
stuff.
Yes.
We have a
But now the
super
cat said
video
we can't cut it out.
Yeah, you gotta leave
Regardless
it.
if
Yeah.
we get the song or not,
Love it.
it stays. 'Cause Cat said.
I'm curious if you've heard of what I will call my favorite band of all time. And your music reminds me of theirs in so many ways. And I'd be shocked if you hadn't heard of them. The Asylum Street Spankers.
Never.
Haven't. Write that one
Seriously?
down.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I thought you were gonna say like Bridge City Sinners or
Yeah.
something. I'm like, yeah. No, where are they from?
Austin, Texas. They don't exist anymore, which makes me very sad. But they were at their height a 10-piece all-acoustic band. Their live shows involved zero amplification, zero microphones other than to record.
Wow.
Yeah. And they at some point they decided that this was a limiting factor. And so they did start using like the same kind of mics that you would see in like live theater. Right. Very nondescript. Like you could barely notice they were wearing a mic, minimal PA, only just what they needed to be able to fill a bigger room. But it's still, they did all that without losing their vibe. And
That's amazing.
they played covers of older swing stuff, and they also had a bunch of original stuff. And if you haven't heard of them, check them out.
It was bonkers. I mean, they did. They were balls to the wall and completely and utterly bonkers
Nice.
all the times. And
Sounds like our kind of people.
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. When the first song that JR played for me, I'm like, oh, I know why you like these guys. Yeah,
That's awesome.
because they are, Asylum Street Spankers light. And it's like, because they were just all over. You guys are very focused, which is even
I take that
better
as a challenge.
for me. No, don't take it as a challenge. Take it as a compliment, because that's better for me.
I'm
Who cares
overly
about him? He's a
focused.
drummer. I mean, shit. You guys got drummers on both coasts.
Will the new CD feature more Cat solo singing? Because you're fantastic with the harmonies, but Cat solo, your voice is just marvelous. Will it feature more of that?
Am I singing on?
For sure will. There's a handful of Baby I Don't Wanna.
Oh yeah. Baby, I don't wanna.
Yeah.
Yeah, we wrote a song. It's kind of perfect for us. My intro is Baby, I Don't Want to Go Downtown Tonight, and his is Baby, I Just Got to Get Out of This House. So it's like a
Introvert
back and
yeah.
forth.
Introvert
So, yeah,
versus extrovert love song. So
and we're just kind of like still getting the hang of things, and so I'm learning to play and sing and smile and be close enough to the mic, all at the same time. But we just started doing what's the
Sweet Dreams.
we do like a Stray Cats into Sweet Dreams, which is cool, and I sing them.
And she gets to, everyone wants, me included, everyone wants to hear her sing more. It's just a question of getting comfortable and confident doing it.
Yeah.
She's so talented, but I think she gets in her head a lot, so it's nice to break her out. No.
Never.
The funniest thing is the first year or two we were playing, we would look back at a video or a picture, and what did you think?
It just looks like I'm really mad at John the whole time, because I'm just like locked in. I'm like
hyper
staring.
focused.
That's singing.
And,
That's what singing is, right?
But just like it was so
smiling and
intense
singing does not necessarily.
Yeah.
How often do I smile when I sing?
I don't know. I'm
Jared?
looking at your butt as from the drummer's point of view.
So he's smiling. He's smiling
Yeah.
a lot, but I don't smile that much.
But
Yeah.
I wasn't even singing yet, though. I was only playing and just kind of glaring, focused. And
Yeah,
so,
people thought
On
that
John's
she was
butt.
either like there against her will,
yeah. Like
or trying to blow up my head, like psychically. And so then that's when we realized that for a show, that's part of your writer. One of the rules, she has to have gum.
Yeah, because
The gum gets rid of the murder face.
For the most part, it reminds me to smile because I'm chewing gum and then I smile and I just look less scary.
It worked. I saw it.
What's your favorite brand? What's the one?
Oh, you got a favorite brand. You got it? I'm sure she's ready.
I gotta look in the Beetlejuice.
5?
Spearmint Rain 5.
Ah.
Okay. Yeah. So that's on the technical writer, and then also finger tape, which she already has on because we're gonna.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Work on the album.
That's very, very important to have tape for the slap bass people.
Yeah. It's funny because people will come up to me after and they'll like grab my fingers because they think it's like hard plastic to make the clicking. And I'm like, no, I'm making the clicking noise. I'm just also growing weird bones in my fingers.
Yeah.
So the Asylum Street Spankers are the reason I know anything about slap bass. They have a slap bass player in one of their signature songs. They introduce him and they do the whole band thing. And I'm like, I couldn't. This was 25 years ago, so I'm just listening on the CD. I'm like, how is that sound happening? I could not figure it out. Like just the mechanics of how is that sound. I had never heard of slap bass at that point. I was very young, and so it took me a while before I finally got to see them live. I'm like, oh, I get it now. That makes sense. But it seems like it would hurt a lot to do that a bunch. Like it would really. I mean, I play the cajon, and I know how much that hurts my hands.
Yeah, for sure.
So
that's why there's kind of a limit. You can't do long gigs a lot of the time.
Like to a slow song, couple fast, slow.
Yeah. The set order is really important. So that's one more dimension to worry about in the set order is make sure we don't do really painful songs back to back. Otherwise, she's just done.
It's funny though, because one of our close friends is in a band, the Quakes, and they're a psychobilly band, and we went to see them in San Diego a couple months ago. And Kenny, our friend, plays upright bass, and he's just like, just annihilating so fast. Every song is fast, and I'm like, I gotta get over this. I need to step it up.
He's been a huge resource for us because he's one of the best upright bass players slapper. Have you seen psychobilly bands?
Not live. I've certainly seen videos, but yeah,
they're crazy. He's in one of the absolute best, like in the world, and so getting like lessons from him is huge. Yeah. He talks about how he practiced with like taping wrenches on his arms to
put his leather jacket on. And
he's chaos. So we're lucky to have that coaching her through all the triplets and the extra weird time signature stuff that she can do.
Yeah, adding the extra weight. Kind of like a batter in baseball will bat with a heavier bat or put a weight on it or swing 3 bats before they go up so that one bat feels nice and light.
Yeah.
We got to get back to the wrenches. She's doing great though. She sounds incredible. We're giving her.
That's the name of our next
album. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
That's right. Back to the wrenches is great.
Dodge, duck, and dive.
Duck and dodge.
Dodge, duck, dodge, and dive.
That's it.
So we found out about you because Uncle Ben's Remedy told us about your YouTube series, Traveling Through Live. Is that something you continue to do ongoing? And how do you find these musicians? And how do you get these very public spaces to sound so amazing? What is that microphone? Gary probably knows, but I see. Is it just that microphone, or is there more to it than that? Like, this is a really cool series. I'd love to know more about how you do it.
That's awesome. Thank you very much. Yeah, I can't remember the first one. So I come from a recording studio background. I run a studio here in San Diego, but I never did video. And I started watching my friends do promo videos around here in San Diego. And for the most part, the video would look pretty good and the audio was so bad. And so started realizing that, at least out here, I don't know how it is across the country, but a lot of them, there's these great kids that are going to film school, but they're coming at it from a video perspective, and that's where all their effort and that's where their schooling goes from, and then the audio is just like an afterthought. And so I kind of said, okay, well, what would it take? And then I got my first camera, second camera, and started doing stuff just for our friends. But at this point, we had already been going between San Diego and Buffalo, and realizing that there's just so many great songwriters that can't afford video promo or anything like that. So I kind of came up with the idea to do it, and just started doing it and just flying with our camera stuff. And so the mic that I got is called Ear Trumpet Labs. They're handmade up in the Pacific Northwest. Incredible. They look vintage, so pretty much everyone uses them now on video series stuff. They have a crazy good cancellation pattern, so some of those videos on the channel have an insane amount of background noise, and it's just gone. It is a studio level condenser mic, but you can travel with it. It's really, really robust. But yeah, so I just travel that, and then finding bands. Anytime we go to a new city, I just try to do as much research as I can, usually on the plane on the way there or wherever.
Or asking other musicians.
Or asking other people. Yeah. And for me, it was really kind of coming up with something that has multiple avenues. So number one, I get to help. I don't charge any of the musicians to film any of that. That's always for free for the musicians, because my purpose is like, there's a million great songs that are stuck in small towns all over the world, and they won't have enough money to get them out or do them properly. So that was kind of the idea. This new economy is that's it. I think video series, like all of our favorite artists, are pretty much discovered now on YouTube channels like Gems on VHS and Western AF and Untold Appalachia. That was the crazy one a couple of years ago. So that's kind of one category, is helping other people out. The other category for me is getting to meet and have really great relationships with the best musicians from coast to coast. How lucky am I to do that, and to be able to give them something. Then we build this really good connection, and then they always connect me with other people that are either coming through my town or their town or when I'm traveling. So we've created this whole secondary network of people that are working together.
Internationally now too.
Internationally, yeah.
Vancouver and
Montreal. Yeah. And so really my ideal, like, I would love to do this a lot more. Like I love travel way more than Kat does. But I would love connect people. And then the third part of it is helping all of the artists, because if I have 100 artists, statistically one of them will do really, really well. And if they do really well, then all of the artists that I think are fantastic.
That's what he said on his podcast last week.
Yeah, that's it, right? Rising tide. That's the goal.
Rising tide floats all boats.
We say that every episode, and you've just done the dark work for us, because we see the.
Bless you.
That's our purpose with this show as well. And we've interviewed a few bands. I'm like, those guys are going to go big, and when they do, all the rest of these bands and our show is going to benefit from that. And so
it might not be catastrophic overnight, but by and large, it will pick up. It will pick up. It will pick up. It will pick up. And we do some bands. We do some bands that are absolutely destined for that, so that we can pick up also the bands like you guys who are more niche. You're not gonna deny the fact that you're.
I don't want to blow up, Gary. I don't want to be niche. I don't want.
But Jon does.
Yeah. Do you guys see yourself selling out Madison Square Garden? Is that even on the list of
I'm
goals?
good on that.
How about Bob's Backyard Barbecue?
Yeah.
You saw Bob's Backyard Barbecue, though, right?
Yes.
No, but that's the thing. Everybody can benefit from everybody else doing better.
100%.
I mean, that's the beauty of music. That's the beauty of art. That's the beauty of what we do. That's why we do it. Is
100%.
And
you also don't, like, none of us really know which direction things are going to go too. Like, one of our favorite artists was really niche. Do you guys know Sierra Farrell?
I've heard that name.
So 4 years ago, she was just this folk singer. Absolutely loved everything she wrote, all her performances, and now she's selling out stadiums with Zach Bryan. She's huge. She was just on SNL with who was that? What was that?
Is it Connor Story?
I think it was that one. Who was the band on that? I can't remember.
She was the band. She was the.
Was she the band?
Guest, yeah.
So yeah, it's just crazy. So like you never know.
That's where I heard her name. Yeah.
Right. Because who's the other one? Who Squirrel Nut Zippers? Right. They had their day. 20. They're incredible. Super niche, right? But like now they're huge. So you never know what's coming up next, even if it's niche. Hopefully, we get enough and not too much fame.
A realistic amount of fame.
I'd be happy with that.
I got to see the Squirrel Nut Zippers live at an alternative rock music festival in DC called the HF Festival. They were playing one of the side stages, and they were one of my favorite bands at the time.
That's me.
And the internet was pretty new still at that time, but it was because of the internet. They said, if you like the Squirrel Nut Zippers, you'll like the Asylum Street Spankers. That's how I found the Spankers. Yeah.
But for you guys, we want to make this a nice middle ground of we love you guys and you're going to get to this point, but for Cat, we're going to stay at this point. We're not going to go. We're not going to go to this point.
Here with my
because
snacks.
I was just telling JR in the first half of this, it's so funny, but well, not funny, but it's very interesting. I just listened to a podcast about the White Stripes, which is their story is very similar to your story. Married, and one extrovert, one introvert, and you're doing stuff that's not mainstream whatsoever. They just happen to blow up like crazy, which neither one of them expected. They expected to stay like what you are, you're anticipating. And it did not go well with Matt.
The introvert, it did not go well.
No, I mean, Meg was beyond introvert. She had anxiety. She had social anxiety syndrome really bad. When Meg burned out, she burned out. She was done. I mean, that's it. It's done. And we don't want Cat to burn out. We want Cat to keep on going.
That's we need a support group.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call you guys when it starts getting out of control, and you can be like, John.
Yeah. So if it starts getting out of control, call me and JR.
Reel it in.
We'll
have an intervention.
We'll be able to deal with it, and everything will be.
I'll just fly him out to Virginia, and he can party with you guys. I'll stay at home, watch TV with my cat.
Or that. Yeah, because I am. I mean, you can ask JR. I'm out there. I'm out front. But he is also out front. So it's not like we have that kind of dynamic. It's like, but we're out front. Yeah, I'm out front here. He's out front there. And so, but anyway, we just want to make sure that you guys stay together because what you do is amazing.
Thank you. So
we want to keep it that way.
Yeah,
that's our challenge.
You are spreading joy, whether you have intending to or not, just with the sound of your voices, your
just
instruments.
With the sound. Yes.
You cannot help but be happy while listening to your stuff. And I have a feeling you could make songs that were much darker and deeper and less happy in their actual message that would still somehow make people feel happy.
I keep writing like dark Irish songs, and I'm like,
we've got a couple. We've got a couple. I mean, we love bands like Flogging Molly, a lot of the Irish punk stuff.
Oh yeah,
so a couple songs on this album that'll have more of that dimension, and so experiment a little bit.
The first song we ever released was on our fake band.
Oh yeah, you should.
Yeah, so oh my gosh, we had I was teaching him a lesson in marketing, right?
We didn't have a band yet.
Yeah, no band, but he had this competition through your store that was like, if you get enough votes, then you get a song on the CD. I never got that, by the way. I never got this. You just put the CD out again. I'm just remembering this now. Anyway, so I got enough votes on my imaginary band Riveting Tidbits. And so at like midnight, he's like, well, great job. Now we need a song to go. And I was like, ugh. So we wrote the song. Yeah. It ended up being called To Be Determined, like to be determined, not like, but also never came up with a name.
So, it was
to
like
be determined.
Yeah, but that whole song was about like dying, but you know, if you don't die, then yay.
Yeah, if you want to hear our gypsy punk, it is actually on Spotify.
I'm looking at it right now.
It's a fake band that's never played a show.
Oh, this
we
is
have
fantastic.
that song. Yeah. We had a local radio station in San Diego offering us gigs, and we're like, no.
I sing on that one too.
For anybody that listens to the entire episode, they are usually rewarded with some little Easter egg after the end credits, and this is that. So
I love it. That's wonderful.
Be determined.
Yeah, we forgot that song existed.
That's so good. Are you guys going to put out physical media, vinyl, CDs, whatever, when the new CD comes out? Because I mean, I'll be first in line to buy one and have you ship it to Virginia. Vinyl specifically.
If you can find it on their website.
Once we fix the domain name.
Eventually, when I get the redirect and the masking working, then you can get it on our website. Yeah, we're definitely going to do CD. Definitely going to do vinyl. Probably sell a handful of CDs to pay for the vinyl, but no question. One thing that we're kind of trying to kick around too is we have kind of different sounds, and so trying to get radio play is going to be interesting. So I've been kicking around. We've been talking about doing a side A, side B, and having them kind of be different. So like all of our country western stuff on one side, and kind of our either jazz on the other side or more punky stuff on the other side. So that radio stations kind of know what to which direction to go with.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We're kicking around a lot of different things. So
actually, it seems more like now that you just send them the one song that you want them to play, and then you have to be very distinct with what you have to do the work of knowing what that particular station plays, as opposed to the old days where it was like, well, this is our single and we're going to send it to you and we hope you play it. Now I mean, it's a good and a bad thing, but it was it is okay. Now we know you play mostly Americana, and so we're going to send you our most Americana song. Yeah.
So one of the things that we're using is called Playlist. I think Playlist MPE or something like that. And that one is it's structured really interesting, where it's way more reasonable to send more songs because they give you a discount on it. But that's the downside, is trying to figure out which songs are grouped properly and make sure that they make to the right. It was really successful. We got, I think, 300 or 400 radio station plays a month for about 6 months off of just our singles, which was great. Very happy about that. But as we write angrier and crazier music, I can't follow that up to a jazz station, so I got to figure out how to categorize our one album into little mini sections that I can kind of get on the right station.
Yeah, that's the toughest part of the whole thing. I mean, without just hiring someone and having them do it,
Yeah, which eventually, hopefully, we're lucky enough that we don't have to wear a million hats,
Right, exactly. Yeah.
So you guys were awesome enough to totally show up early, even for this interview, and clearly
cut my break short. By the way, thank you.
And Cat has a time limit, and so I want to absolutely respect that. So we are getting to the end of our time together today, but I want to. Are there any questions that we should have asked you that we didn't ask you?
You guys are awesome. You got anything you can think of? We got we got a tour down to West Virginia for sure in June 20th. Hopefully, we'll find some more dates down for Virginia in the fall too.
We're going to try to help you with that.
Yeah,
I love it. That would be wonderful.
I'll include Gary on a follow-up email so you guys are connected. Gary will get you in touch with the Rapunzels and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. What were we gonna say?
STMA stuff.
Oh yeah, we're up for a San Diego Music Award right now. So we're hoping we'll find out in May, early May, if we win that.
Waiting on May to find out.
Yeah, we're waiting on May. That one's for My Dearest Eloise. And we put out a new music video for that. We got Waiting on May music video will be coming out sometime probably June, closer to the actual album release. But yeah, you guys will be the first to have the new song. So
That would be
Awesome. Thank you.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Great.
We'll stay in touch via email. This episode will come out in late April, and I can't wait for people to hear the new song. I can't wait to hear the new song myself. I know everybody was fooled earlier when I made it sound like I had heard the new song, but
And I can't wait till they play in Nelson County so we can go and see them.
yeah, no, we're there. We're
That'll
front
be
row.
the first time. That'd be the first time we've been back there for a couple of years, and that would be so fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
Cat, John, thank you so much for giving us your time today, for hanging with us, and for being so cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys.
Thank you
Appreciate
guys.
it.
Do you have any questions for us while we're
How many bands have you done so far?
Is the meaning of life? No, I guess yours is better. So let's go with
How many bands have we done? So we have I just launched our 34th episode, but not every episode is a band. So it's somewhere in the high 20s, right around 30, somewhere in
right around 30. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And
where are you guys at?
what was your question, Kat?
what is the meaning of life?
42.
Yes, the proper answer. Those are our people.
So where do we do the show out of? Is that what you were asking? Yeah, we're in Charlottesville, Virginia. So
he's in Crozet, I'm in Palmyra, so
which are both around Charlottesville, Virginia.
Around Charlottesville, Virginia-esque.
Yeah,
got it.
But
We'll
not
put a map for ourselves.
Route 81 that goes down to Roanoke, similar to 219, but the interstate version.
I think 29 more similar to 219.
Yeah, I'm not saying
which also comes from
81 sucks. Don't drive 81 to Roanoke.
Yeah,
get there another way.
take 29.
Oh, I got
go the route, man.
Can use overdriving.
You got 219 to 29, and that takes you right to Rapunzel's.
There you go.
Thank you all so much for hanging with us, man. You guys rock.
Thank you guys.
And we can't wait to see you at Rapunzel's in a few months.
Deal.
Thanks, Kat. Thanks, John.
Yeah,
Thank you guys.
Thanks, guys.
God, that was great. Those guys are so fucking awesome. And so fucking good. This episode is being a production of Ranchian Records. That's ranchianrecords.com. All day.
Gary Hawthorne and J.R. Stoffel. That's him and me. We host the show. Thank you so much for listening.
Bands you never heard of, or Bino, and if you're looking us up, just BYNHO Pod, P-O-D, BYNHO-P-O-D. is written entirely by Mr. J.R. Stoffel and reacted to in real time by me, Gary.
And we play some songs on this show. Most of them are by the bands we feature on this show. In this particular episode, there was a few songs that this band had nothing to do with writing. And so we don't have permission to play those songs. So YouTube's going to give me a copyright claim, and that's fine. But all of the Beard and the Bird songs we played were used with the Beard and the Bird's permission.
All right, this is the part where I'm supposed to give out their web address.
I think by the time this thing goes, I think they'll have that fixed. So I think you can get
the
clean URL.
What are they going to do? What is it going to be? That's the question.
They were surprised that it wasn't simply thebeardandthebird.com.
Right.
Like, that's what they thought it was. But
right now, we're going to read this. Okay. The dash, beard dash, and dash, the dash, bird, dot, square, dot,
site.
com?
Site.
I don't know.
S-I-T.
Site. Yes.
Yes. I got
do
to that.
Do I need to repeat that?
No.
God, I hope
Please
not.
don't.
Because the actual links will be in if not in show notes, definitely on the website.
I got there from their link tree, which is on their YouTube, which is Gary's going to use to make sure that we've got links to all of their stuff from binopod.com. So that just go there. That's probably the best way.
Yeah, I definitely double check that before. But I'm glad you were able to alert them to that issue that they have.
And while you're at BindHopePod.com, check out the official Bindhope playlist on Spotify, the bands you've never heard of, the complete playlist. It's every song by every band we've ever featured on this show. And there is a second playlist that I have created as of today, as of this recording, in anticipation of this week's episode, which, when you hear this, was several weeks ago. But we did a top 10 episode that is launching, and we're going to have a top 10 playlist to go with it. So you don't have to try to get your mind around 3 days worth of music that was featured on this show. You can get your mind around just the top 10 plus the alternates, the honorable mentions. So it's a top 10 list that's actually about 16 songs long. Check it out, though. It's the best of Bindhope.
But if you're only listening to this and not watching it, you need to check us out at youtube.com at BindHopePod. So remember that. Make that a part of your daily regimen. BindHopePod. BYNHOPOD.
That's our handle. It's also our email address. BindHopePod@gmail.com is one way you can connect with us. Send us an email if you have a band you think we should feature on the show, you want to talk about the band we just featured on the show, or anything else. Send us an email, bindhopepod@gmail.com.
But most importantly, that is our website. It's bindhopepod.com. It's very simple because you get all of the above information, plus merch, plus the ability to support us, bringing you this wonderful information every week. That's BindHopePod, BYNHOPOD.com. And give us a little love. That's all I'm asking. Because we love you, and we just want to hear a little bit back from you.
And for those of you still listening, the end of the show starts now, and it is the song To Be Determined by the Riveting Tidbits. Thanks for listening, everybody. Peace out.
Bless y'all. Bye-bye.
All right, that's done. What's next?
It only hurts to fall